Hello everyone, Kezavern here today, and I'm going to be taking you down a road to unlimited sapphires. Now before we get into it, this video is not a hack, a cheat, a scam, a code, or anything like that. This is simply the road I have taken. I started in early 2023, and now at the beginning of May, I make about 5 to 20,000 sapphires every single day. And so I'm going to be showing you the different techniques I've done, and hopefully you can copy some of those and use them for yourself. So what you're seeing here is a whole bunch of sales. This is one of my primary methods to get money, is just selling stuff to other players. And my goal with this video is actually to show everyone, even kids watching, how they can also sell stuff for large amounts of sapphires just like this. And to do that, there are just three main things you need to follow: buy, wait, and sell. I'm going to be repeating that quite a few times throughout this video. As you'll see, it is a pattern to making lots of sapphires. So let's look at one example here. These bookcases are going out. They're on their last day here. They're worth 10 sapphires from the Sapphire shop. Anyone can buy them. And I happen to be buying 30 of them. And why am I buying 30? Because later, not right now, but later, you get to turn around and sell these exact same items that you bought for 10 sapphires for close to 100. The reason why is because this item is on its last day. After today, there will be no way to buy it except for from other players. And so I'm going to wait a few weeks. I'm not going to sell any of these bookcases or bookshelves right now. I'm going to hold on to them, and then later on, after a lot of people have already sold them for like 20, 30, and 40 sapphires, then I'll check the market and see what they're going at, and I'm probably going to wait maybe even a full month until they're worth closer to 100, and then I can sell them for a profit of 90 each. So that is a big payoff for just spending 10 sapphires on these. And this is not unique to this item. There was also an item called glitter horns a while back, which was actually bought for gems. I don't know if it was like 1,000 or 2,000 gems, but it was over at Epic Wonders. I bought, I think, 40 or 50 of these glitter horns for gems, and I turned around and I sold all of them for 20 to 30 sapphires. I believe they're even higher now. So just by paying attention to which items are time limited, you can make a whole lot of sapphires. Another factor to be aware of is location. So you can't just buy all of these cool things from the Sapphire shop and the market and all that regular stuff. You also have to go around the map. I already mentioned Epic Wonders, and you get through the waterfall. This place has some great just rare items that you can buy for gems and will go out, meaning they're no longer going to be sold at Epic Wonders, and once that happens, then you have to get them from other players. So right now there's a pizza thing going on. I'm sure there's more to it than just pizza, but you see all these pizza items. You can buy these now, and then you'll be able to sell them later for sapphires. Pretty much everything here that is on the time limited menu, you can just buy it up and then hopefully sell it later. Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff is very theme specific to a den, and so you're not going to have a whole lot of buyers, so a lot of it's going to stay around 5, maybe 15 sapphires. Anyways, the brick oven thing might sell for more than 15 later. Up here at the top of Epic Wonders is where I got the glitter horns when they were available here. They're of course no longer available for gems, which is why now they're selling for tons of sapphires. And speaking of sapphires, let's look at the Sapphire shop, as there is an area in the back here where you can buy the clothing that you can normally access anywhere just by opening up your character model, but there's also these special menu clothing, and this has a lot more of the time limited stuff. So you're going to want to come directly to the Sapphire shop and check out all of this time limited stuff and see if there's anything you want for yourself or something you want to resell later, because you can spend sapphires on this now, and just like with the bookshelf, you can resell it for much more sapphires later. So again, with this same pattern of buy, wait, and sell. So the Sapphire shop and Epic Wonders are two great locations to look into those items. Also head over to the Outback and go into the Outback imports. This place doesn't have anything time limited right now, but every now and then it does. So just be aware that it is here and you can check on it. Also, if you want another good location, go to the Chamber of Knowledge, go in past the pet station or merging area, and upstairs there is a shop there for space themed items. Every once in a while there's time limited stuff here, but for the most part I have been buying all kinds of random space stuff for both gems and sapphires, and then selling them for elevated amounts because at the time I'm making this video there's been a release of the Lunar Den. I don't know exactly what its name is, but it's a space themed den, and a whole lot of people are buying space themed stuff, but they do not know about this shop. So I have been buying things for gems and selling them for sapphires. And in this particular case, you do not need to do the whole wait step. I'm just buying it and turning around and selling it right away, because every once in a while it does happen where you can, just know where to get something, whereas most other people do not. And so a theme you should also take note of is be aware of how items enter the game. That is very important. If you don't know how an item is coming into the game and you're just buying it, you might be buying something that you could actually be buying for gems or way less sapphires because it's actually available at some other shop. So I would highly advise you guys, take a look around the map, look at these shops, also look at the the sapphire shop, the clothing shop, all that stuff. Figure out which items are actually coming in the game by default and which ones you can actually only get from other players, or maybe even look into which ones come from pet expeditions and all that stuff, because how items enter the game plays a very, very big role in the value of that item. And so if you can know how things are coming in the game, you can get a much better understanding of how much those items are worth, how much you should be buying them for, or how much you should be selling them for. One more location before we move on to some bigger stuff. I also look at the Paw and Claw every now and then to see if there's any time limited stuff for the pets, and also if there are time limited pets. What will happen over time is pets get cycled in and out of the default menu here. So there are pets that are always worth 50, but when pets are on closeout, meaning they're only going to be sold for a few more days, they actually go on sale for 35 sapphires, and that is the time to buy them. So let's say the Highland Cow is the next thing to go out of this menu. It'll be discounted down to 35. That will be the time to buy it. You can either then just let it sit, or you can start leveling up to level 5. Either way, it's going to be the same pattern of buy, wait, and then sell, because once it's gone from the menu for 35, the only way players can get them is to either buy the pet tokens and try to get them for 100 sapphires each, or they can buy them from the player shop here. Now everything I've shown up to this point has been what I'd call small fish, making little bits of gems and small sapphires into bigger sapphires. How do you make thousands? And that answer to that is super boxes. The first and most important thing to understand about all super boxes is they are time limited, and they're so far one time only, meaning they're here for like a month and then they're gone. So all of the things that come out of super boxes will have value, usually very high value, and over time, once the super box is gone and no longer available, like this galaxy box is, all of the items from that super box will slowly go up over time. So you can either buy super boxes and their contents with money if you want to, or you can go into the marketplace and you can buy items from the super boxes to hold on to for a later time. Again, buy, wait, and sell. So you'll see I'm going out here and I'm going to find any galaxy pets I can. I already have about 40 of them. I'm hoping to get 50 or 60 of them because I've been buying all of them for 100 to 300 sapphires. And if you're watching this video at a later date, you may already know that galaxy pets are likely going to go up past, well, very far past 1,000. And so I'm sitting here buying all of these galaxy pets for very few sapphires, and I'm going to turn around and sell them for a profit of roughly 1,000 sapphires each. Now you might be sitting there a little doubtful if that is actually going to happen, but this has already happened many times. Both for the Parasaurolophus and T-Rex, I did the same exact process. I bought T-Rexes down when they were below 1,000 sapphires, and I turned around and sold them all for over 2,000, which they are now going seemingly up past 3,000. Who knows how high they'll go. The Parasaurolophus, which I'm just going to call Paras, They actually went down to about 300 to 400, similar to the Galaxy pets, for a short time. And that was the time I bought. I bought when they were at their absolute lowest, just a couple hundred sapphires. And I think I was up to like 40 or 50 of them. I already sold a bunch of them for around 800 to 900, but I'm gonna wait and sell the rest I have for closer to 1,500 or 2,000 later on. Right now I'm just going to keep leveling them up in my pet station and then put them in my pet sitters when I have room later. If you didn't see my video on all about pets, I would recommend that because pets are a huge source of profit as well. I'm not getting all of my sapphires just from this buying and selling process. There's also, you know, pets that make you a lot of sapphires, as well as various other things I'll go over in other videos later. For now, I hope you've learned a few things about my road to unlimited sapphires, and hopefully you can take some of these techniques and use them for yourself. A lot of it is really just buying, waiting, and selling, as I've said maybe 10 times now. So be sure to keep an eye on those super boxes and any seasonal items that are going in and out of stores. Sometimes it's holiday items, other days it's themed things like the pizza stuff. There's always going to be something coming in and out. It doesn't matter when you're watching this video, Animal Jam will always have items that are coming in the game. They're here for a short time and then they leave, and the only way to get them after they leave is to buy them from other people. One last tip on how to get sapphires is to comment on my videos. The first 10 people who comment on any of these videos I'm making are entered in a chance to win an alpha item. That's right, one free alpha item per video. So if I end up making 100 of these videos, I will be giving away 100 alpha items. So for each video I make, please leave a comment. If you're one of the first 10, you'll be put into a random roll and I'll contact you in game. So be sure to leave that name if you have a comment down there. If you don't already know, alpha items are high valued items, usually 1,000 to 5,000 sapphires, that you can check on at the Explorer Market in Coral Canyon at any time. But that is all for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching this road to unlimited sapphires. It is just my road. It is not the only way to get sapphires in the game. And for the more serious players watching, it is also important to remember that this is just a game, and it's important to have fun. I do have fun doing this. It's like a fun little mini game, like I've said in other videos, to go around and search the market for deals or see what's coming up, you know, where's the next time limited item coming from that I can get now so I can sell it later. That stuff's all fun for me. If it's not fun for you, then it's not fun for you. Don't do it. Do something else. There's lots of ways to get sapphires, and even though I've shown all of this stuff about getting sapphires by the thousands and all that, I will still advertise that the fastest way to get sapphires in Animal Jam is to buy it directly from them. There is no easier way to do it. Most of the methods I just showed in this video do take weeks, sometimes months, to return you all the sapphires you're looking for, so you can choose to follow this road or make your own. It's up to you. Until next time, you guys keep on jamming.